Welcome, my name is John from mindmattamatters.com and I am here to share with you today what is the 100-day challenge all about? What is it about? Hello and welcome to Explore Your Dream, a platform designed for you to share your dream, discover its value and get clarity on it that you might turn it into a vision and from a vision turn it into reality. Join me as we talk about everything around dream, vision, purpose, and the meaning of life. Do a 100-day challenge. So the question then arises, what is it? Why? Why should we do it? And why should we use you as a vision coach to do it? Can't we do these things ourselves? Today's session is all about answering those questions in particular. So let's start off with what is the 100-day challenge? 100-day challenge is finding a task that is key to achieving your vision and a repetitive task that you can do on a daily basis, and then you repeat it for 100 consecutive days. That's correct. With the emphasis of mastering it, with the emphasis on developing excellence within that 100-day skills. Just doing something every day for 100 days is not necessarily going to bring you great rewards. Why would you do that? Why do you want to do the same thing every day for 100 days? When you pick the correct task, a 100-day challenge will give you clarity on your vision. You will get clarity like you've never had before. There is no amount of sitting, planning, pondering is going to give you the same clarity as when you actually physically do your vision. You get involved in it on a daily basis. So you're going to get clarity. Oh my gosh, you develop focus. This is the second one. You develop a huge amount of focus, laser, pinpoint focus. And what we focus on grows. So you will find that you will momentum, which is number 3, you will gain momentum in growing and developing your vision. But the growth is not just sequential. It is, but it's also exponential. You will grow in leaps and bounds. It's actually quite phenomenal. The stuff that you discover about yourself and about your vision on a 100-day challenge. And then the last thing is you actually start to develop a sphere of influence. Because you are busy developing mastery, people pay attention, they notice what you're doing, and then they say, goodness, you are the go-to guy for this skill, for this job, for this task. You are such a master in it. And then they're impressed by what you do. And by doing that, and by having that recognition, you start to expand your sphere of influence. And those are the 4 things that are key to a vision achievement: clarity, focus, momentum, and a sphere of influence. Very, very important. Obviously, the vision itself is important and having the right team. So there are 6 things in total. But 4 of the 6 are actually developed in the 100-day challenge. So question number 2, where does the 100-day challenge come from? The 100-day challenge was born out of a few years ago. I sat down and I developed a leadership development program. It's known as the Helix. It's in operation today. I have a number of leaders going through the program. And one of the things that came out in the leadership development program is that we needed a way to create momentum. We needed a tool to practice clarity and focus. These 3 things are skills. They are skills that are necessary for us to learn. They're like any other skill. Anything that is a skill can be learned, and it can be mastered. It can be perfected. I needed a mechanism to create or tools to create or to practice clarity, focus, and momentum. And part of that, I noticed there were some people doing 100-day challenges. So I adopted the 100-day challenge philosophy and implemented it in the leadership program with great success. The 100-day challenge makes you a master at whatever task it is that you are doing for the 100 days. Obviously, if you are pursuing mastery, it's not just a case of randomly doing it. You've got to do it mindfully, with awareness, with the intent of becoming a subject matter expert in it. And if you do that, you will get to the top of your game in a very, very short period of time. So that's where it comes from. Has it been tried and tested? Absolutely. So when I sat down and I wrote the program for the 100-day challenge, so this is not just, picking a task for 100 days. There's actually a recipe that's involved in this. So when I sat down and I wrote the recipe, I figured, well, I had better try it myself. So the very first 100-day challenge I ever did was I went fishing for 100 days. I'm not a great fisherman, or I wasn't at that stage. I had been fishing a handful of times, and I could probably count the number of fish that I'd caught on one hand. It was quite easy. What I then did is I decided I'd go fishing for 100 days with the objective of catching 100 fish in 100 days. Long story short, I overshot my objective, and I learned a lot about the model. I then had a friend, Angela James. She has subsequently, she's my raving fan as far as the 100-day challenge is concerned. She has implemented the 100-day challenge for her own business and has experienced the same results as I did in the fishing challenge, which is the intent of the 100-day challenge. Clarity, focus, momentum, and obviously creating a sphere of influence. It's so powerful. And the learning, you can't predict what you are going to learn in the 100-day challenge, because it opens doors that you have never imagined. And people say to me, like what? I said, well, I can't tell you. I don't know, because that would mean I would have to go through the 100-day challenge with you or before you, in order for me to tell you. I will say to you, I went fishing as a absolute complete novice. By the end of my 100-day fishing challenge, I was actually employed as a guide to help people in a fishing contest, and I was paid a lot of money to do that, which I thought was just crazy. It was insane. Never had I sat down and predicted that I would be used as a guide in a fishing contest to help competitive fishermen win competitions. When you focus on something, it grows, and it grows exponentially. For me, I recommend very strongly, if you have a latent vision, if you have a dream on that someday shelf, you are not pursuing it, you're not working on it at all, or if you are working on it and pursuing it, and it's not got the momentum. A lot of people's visions have got this stop-start thing going on. They do it a little bit, and then it goes fine, and then the novelty wears off, or they run out of time or resources or whatever the case may be. And then it fades a little bit. So they got the stop-go mentality. You want to be able to create momentum. Is like oxygen for us. Momentum for vision is like our oxygen. If your vision doesn't have momentum, it will die. I really encourage you, if you want your vision to get up off the ground, if you have a startup business, if you want to get into a business, then a 100-day challenge is the way to do it. Now, I offer myself as a Vision 100-day coach. And why would you use me? Well, you use me because I have the recipe, I've got the tools. There is actually a method, a process that you follow, and it's predictable. So having gone through it a number of occasions on my own, and having facilitated it for other people, this, it's now sounding like an infomercial. I'm sorry. But in saying that, use me as your coach in the process, and let's keep you on track and get you to achieving the results that you want. It is mind-boggling. The 100-day challenge is not going to help you discover your vision. It is, however, going to help you refine it. So if you have an idea, you have a vision, you have a dream, there is something that you would like to achieve, I recommend that you do a 100-day challenge. If you are adamant you want to be successful of it, if you are interested in using a coach, I'm putting up my hand and saying, I'm here, I'm available, I'm qualified, I'm competent, and I will help you through that process. This podcast is really about the 100-day challenge, what works in it, what doesn't work in it. And I want to share with you that next week, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to talk about some of the stories we tell ourselves to justify us not pursuing our vision, not pursuing our dream. Because it's on that someday shelf, a lot of people, we kind of tell ourselves stories. It's okay for not pursuing it because I don't have the money, or I'm not qualified, or it's very time consuming, or whatever the case may be. And we tell these things to ourselves in order to satisfy the guilt, calm the guilt that's inside of us, let us off the hook, as it were, And none of them are true. They're excuses. So you either learn and grow or you make excuses. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner that podcast will be of interest to you, because I'm going to share some of the excuses that I've had clients share with me why they don't pursue their vision, and I'm going to give you the anecdotes. I'm going to give you a different point of view, a new perspective, a different way of looking at it, and maybe that will be enough to trigger you to pursue your own vision. Well, I hope so. Anyway, and in saying that, that's all I have for you right now. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I appreciate you popping in. See you next week. This was the Explore Your Dream presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, share, leave a comment, check us up on Facebook, and help others that are seeking their purpose to explore their dream. Please join us next time on the Explore Your Dream podcast. Keep it real.